Integrative functions of the skeletal and muscular systems, the knee. Movable joints are interesting to study as they really highlight the ways in which bones, skeletal muscles, and connective tissue all come together to serve one particular purpose, which is the articulation of bones. Indeed, locomotion would be impossible without them, but movable joints are also interesting because they represent a common area of injury, not only for animals but also for humans. Any of you involved in sports know this. This video will explore the anatomy of the knee joint in the mink and will highlight the function of the patellar tendon, collateral, and cruciate ligaments. After watching this video, you will answer several questions relating to this information by accessing the online assignment entitled Integrative Functions of the Skeletal and Muscular Systems, the Knee. While two other types of joints exist, fibrous and cartilaginous, it is the synovial joints that we typically think of when discussing joints. These allow for a wide variety of movement and are stabilized by ligaments and tendons. Ligaments are fibrous bands of connective tissue located in and around the synovial joints connecting one bone to another. Tendons, remember, connect muscles to bones. In animals, the knee is referred to as the stifle. The angle of the stifle joint, created by the distal end of the femur and proximal end of the tibia, makes it inherently unstable. Unlike other synovial joints, for example the acetabulum of the hip socket, the shallow stifle joint lacks a deep, well-seated head for locking it into place. Thus, the correct hinge-like movement can be compromised fairly easily compared to other synovial joints. The correct movement or action of the stifle joint relies solely on a large tendon, the patellar tendon, as well as two collateral and two cruciate ligaments. The knee is very stable when the patellar tendon, cruciate, and lateral ligaments are intact. While some rotation can occur, there is no forward or backward movement permitted within the joint. The patellar tendon, found on the cranial aspect of the joint, provides support. It is a large tendon, easily seen here. It connects the patella or kneecap to the tibia below. In small animals, the patellar tendon could be considered a ligament as it connects the quadricep muscles and the patella to the tibia. The other ligaments providing stability to the stifle joint include the collateral and cruciate ligaments. The two collateral ligaments, collateral meaning on both sides, stabilize the stifle medially and laterally as they span the distance between the distal end of the femur to the proximal ends of the tibia and fibula. The two cruciate ligaments stabilize the stifle joint cranially and caudally. The cranial cruciate ligament is synonymous with the ACL, or anterior cruciate ligament, in people, and just like us, this ligament can easily be torn in animals. While it is possible to damage other ligaments, it is usually the cranial cruciate that ruptures when an animal plants their foot incorrectly while running and turning. When the cranial cruciate ruptures, the joint becomes unstable as the femur and tibia are now allowed to slide forward and backward relative to each other. Not only is this quite painful, but also damaging to other joint structures. This forward and backward movement of the femur relative to the tibia has a special name, and that's called anterior drawer movement, and you can see it here. Just imagine how compromised the joint must be in order to allow this type of movement to occur. Over time, if left unrepaired, this damage can lead to osteoarthritis.